Culture Gap. Culture Gaps. Culture Gaps. Culture Gaps. Culture Gaps.
Hey everybody, it is Mike and Gregg, and this is the podcast where we talk about famous movies that one or both of us has not seen, and it is called Culture Gaps.
Culture Gaps.
You see what I did? I jumbled it up. Just throw you off.
Yeah, I was like, where even is he? What's he talking about? What's
Oh,
the show?
Well,
What's it called?
Yeah, you always like to do it by the books, and I say, fuck that, Gregg.
Whoa, total rebel here.
Yeah, I'm a rabble-rousing rebel.
Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson. So, Gregg, this week we're doing a movie that perhaps, most certainly, you have definitely never seen this movie. And it's called Batman. No Returns, no Forever, no Dark Knight. Just Batman.
Yeah, just Batman.
Yep. 1989 classic.
Wow, 89. Huh.
Yeah. The year after your boy was born. I like to throw that out there. So I want people to remember my birthday.
Yeah, it's come up a lot.
Yeah, well, I really want gifts. I was hoping people were going to bring me
gifts?
Yeah, for my birthday.
Just a GIF being sent to you? Like,
I love gifts too. I'm
like
fine
some
with
memes.
Send me some memes or some gift cards. I don't care.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Send you some iTunes gift cards.
Well, I gave you the list of approved presents that I want you to get me for each occasion, so I want you to stick to that.
That's true. Okay. I'll consult the list and make sure that whatever I get you is pre-approved.
Historically, you are terrible going off the cuff, so I want you to stick to what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it.
That's fair. I've definitely fucked up a lot in previous years. Like that year when I got the wrong color trim on your new Corvette that I got you.
Oh, you know what? That was...
And you just tore it all up with your Bowie knife because you were so mad.
Oh yeah, that was bad. But remember when you didn't go to my wedding, despite being invited?
Yeah. That time that I was sick and I had never met your wife.
It's a pandemic. Everyone's sick, Gregg. I don't give a shit. You'd never met my wife at that point?
No.
Would have been a good opportunity. Given that is when, well, first of all, she wasn't my wife until that day, so it was a good opportunity to meet my wife.
That would have been the ideal time to meet your wife.
Yeah, ideal. We exchanged vows and ring. We didn't exchange vows, actually. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, you didn't vow anything to her?
No,
you're both just off the hook for forever.
Well, we're married under the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. True story. We had a pirate.
Oh, not dudism?
No, not dudism. Under the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, we had a pirate do our vows for us.
Oh my God, was it Johnny Depp? It was Johnny Depp,
missed opportunity. I would love that.
You had him show up in character as Jack Sparrow. You lied and said that you were terminally ill.
You caught me. Anyway, we're watching a movie.
Yep. Batman.
Called Batman. People know Batman. You know Batman.
I personally know Batman. He's my good friend.
You know he's a supernatural hero.
He's not supernatural, actually.
Oh, why do they call him a superhero?
He's just rich.
He's just super rich hero.
He's just rich, yeah. And has people who invent things for him.
Interesting.
He has a good R&D team.
But he's probably good at killing the bad guys.
No, Batman notoriously refuses to kill anyone. Yeah.
Well, it seems maybe I need to watch Batman.
Maybe. But no, I mean, I haven't seen any of the early Batman movies. The first Batman movie I ever saw, I think, was Batman Begins.
You thought that's when it began?
Yeah, I mean, the title told me. I just assumed there was nothing before that one.
Exactly.
But I truly know so little about this movie. So I know a little bit about the early Batman movies.
Who's Batman?
I know that Michael Keaton and George Clooney both play Batman at some point in those early movies.
Who's in this movie, Greg?
I am almost positive it's Michael Keaton. I'm pretty sure Clooney comes in later.
Well, who's the bad guy? Who's the bad guy?
That I don't know. I know there's one movie that I did watch the end of, and I can't tell you who was playing Batman. I think it was Clooney. And Poison Ivy kiss him, but he have prosthetic lip on. And so he doesn't get poisoned because he has fake lip.
Is that your favorite Batman kissing moment?
My favorite Batman kissing moment.
Yeah.
It's hard to think of another one, to be honest.
Well, there's Wolverine's face.
Batman kisses Wolverine's face?
No. Wolverine's face, his mask, looks like two Batmans kissing.
What?
You haven't seen this?
What are you talking about?
Look at the cartoon drawing of Wolverine from the comics. It looks like two Batmans are kissing each other. Your mind's going to be blown. Let's pull it up right now. You ever seen this meme? I just told you to get me a bunch of...
I see it.
Oh, you see it now. Now you're never going to unsee it.
I see now. I thought you were talking about like Hugh Jackman's face somehow looks like Batman, or there's a movie where Batman kisses Wolverine.
That's a movie that some people might want to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it depends who's playing Batman.
Yeah, so I truly have no clue what to expect. I know Tim Burton did at least like one or two of these. I think he did this one that we're talking about now. I might be wrong, though. I don't know.
Well, that's going to be interesting if you go into a movie and you think it's going to be Tim Burton. Either way.
Yeah. I'm just like,
it is or isn't.
It's a Tim Burton, Michael Keaton movie, and then it's just like, nah, it's just Joel Schumacher and George Clooney.
Are you excited? What do you think is going to happen in this movie?
Typical Batman stuff. His parents die, and then he just like drives a car around. And maybe this is the one with Jack Nicholson as the Joker, or Danny DeVito plays a penguin in one of them. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure there's just like a crime, and then he has to solve it.
It's like a Private Dick story. Like
yeah, like Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
All right. Well, I'm excited to go watch this movie and see what I've been missing culturally.
Wow.
Fill in this gap.
Oh, come on.
This gap in my culture.
All right, let's watch this movie.
Fill in Gregg's culture gap.
Oh my God.
My gap is gaping. It needs to be filled.
Culture gapes.
Yeah, if it's a movie that's particularly like it's a huge gap, it's a gape.
Yeah.
Culture gape.
Oh my God.
All right, let's go watch this movie and we'll be right back.
It's late. I have to work tomorrow.
No, you have to do it right now.
I guess I'll be tired tomorrow.
Culture Gap.
Welcome back to part 2 of this week's episode. Before our break, Gregg had revealed that he had never seen one of the original live-action Batman movies. Any of them, not just one of them.
Yeah, I've never seen anything pre Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, so I had the bright idea of maybe we should go and watch Batman 1989.
The listeners just heard all of this like moments ago.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. What they didn't hear is my thoughts afterwards, because I was thinking, everyone loves Batman, everyone loves superhero movies, let's watch this. And then I forgot, I hate superhero movies. And this movie is old.
And this movie is so boring. Like
so goddamn boring.
Mind-shatteringly boring.
Oh my God, is it? It's so boring.
I couldn't believe how boring this movie was. I got about 35 minutes in and had to turn it off and go take a nap. It's not a joke. I slept for 2 hours.
Yeah. My problem was I did not turn it off, and I didn't make the conscious decision to take a nap.
Yeah.
It just
You
happened.
just woke up.
It killed my night.
Yeah.
This was a night killer. I could not do anything afterwards. It was bedtime for me.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I just watched this today, but
Nap Man, 1989 is what I'm calling it now.
Nap Man.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah,
Oh, God, yeah.
I was trying with this movie. I mean, there are aspects of it that are interesting. Like aesthetically, I think this movie has some good moments. Like there's some good miniature work and stuff. Like
Right. There's some good Tim Burton moments.
yeah,
in this,
and the
but
colors
also
are great.
not enough.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just it's like a watered down version of Tim Burton, though. That's the thing.
I don't like that. Yeah. Look, I'm not normally a fan of superhero movies, and this one was extra boring. But the one thing I did look forward to while watching the movie is Jack Nicholson.
I was gonna say this movie. If Jack Nicholson weren't in this movie, it would be a nothing movie that nobody remembered.
Absolutely. Despite his prosthetic smile being absolutely ridiculous, like someone botched his Who makeup on like Grinch Stole Christmas movie. He did a great job.
Yeah, he's interesting.
They put him in ridiculous costumes, but he still pulled it off. And I was just looking forward to those moments where him and the goons came on screen with their boombox over the shoulder playing Prince music. That was awesome, and I was here for it.
I wrote that down as the moment where I perked up in this movie was when he and his goons are just destroying paintings while listening to Prince. Like, that's as good as this movie gets, truly.
Absolutely. Best and only good moment of this movie.
I mean, there was some other stuff occasionally that I...
Occasionally.
I actually really liked the Batmobile in this movie. I think it's a great design. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense as a vehicle, but it's cool. Like, it tapped into that childhood sense of, I want to play with that toy, you know?
Not only did I want to play with that toy, Greg, I did play with that toy when I was a child.
Same.
I had a toy of this Batmobile,
Me
and
too.
it was one of my favorite fucking
Jeremy
toys.
and I were talking about this while we watched the movie. Yeah, he had the toy as well, and we both loved this Batmobile toy.
It was so cool.
It's amazing. I mean, like the Batmobile is super cool in this movie. I just wish the rest of the movie also was cool.
I mean, there was that moment where he's driving with
Vicky Vale.
Lana Lane, Vicky Vale, down Sleepy Hollow Road or whatever in the woods. Very Tim Burton-y.
Yep.
That was cool when he went into the Batcave for that first time.
Totally
She was
agree.
like, whoa.
And I think, you know, that moment that you just described came right after the Jack Nicholson and his goons, you know, defacing the paintings and everything. And so I was like, at that point in the movie, I was like, okay, maybe this movie just takes an hour to get going and then it's really good. I like perked up, I started taking notes again, and then it just all fell apart.
No.
It never goes anywhere.
First of all, like the third act of the movie is like, once it starts getting like Batman's gonna face Joker, is so boring.
No, yeah.
From then on out.
And it doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't. And then this is what I wrote for the rest of the movie. I wrote, the rest of the movie was a boring action movie overshadowed by a basic ass romance story. Like Top Gun.
Yeah.
Is what I wrote.
I know. And the romance was ridiculous too, because it's like they have like, what, like 2 nights? They go on like 2 dates or something. They have sex. She stays over. And then Bruce Wayne just completely ghosts her, treats her like shit.
As you would if you're a billionaire.
She like hates him, right? And then, you know, whatever. He, for some reason, can't say the words "I am Batman" to her, even though we watch him try for like 10 full minutes.
Those are the 3 little words that every man struggles with saying to women. I tell you what. And that's all women want to hear.
It's true.
Those 3 words.
It's the thing they're always begging their husbands to say, and they just can't.
Yeah. Hey, Amelia. I am Batman.
He did it.
Oh.
What'd she say?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
She said, oh, yeah. Like,
But then, later in the movie, there's a scene where Vicky Vale just says, like, I loved you since I saw you or since I met you or something. And it's like, why?
You asked where Bruce Wayne was and then walked away.
Yeah, you met him and you were just like, oh, okay, bye. You don't know Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I love you from the moment I saw you. After I found out you were Bruce Wayne and had money.
Yeah, once I learned you were billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But also, I will say, I was thinking it was interesting that Michael Keaton was cast as Batman in this because it's not who I would have ever picked for this. And
right.
Then I was thinking about it, and I realized this was 1 year after he played Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Which is like, I love him as Beetlejuice. That is an incredible performance. And
absolutely,
it is wild to think someone with that kind of energy, let's just make them a nothing character. Like, he could have played the Joker in this. You know what I mean? Like, but like as Batman, he is so understated that I kept thinking about it. He could be played by a literal ice cube. And he's barely on screen throughout the movie. I honestly think this is more of a movie about the Joker and Vicky Vale than Batman.
Oh, for sure. It's crazy. I read a little trivia about how there were so many actors, and I didn't even pay attention because there's a long list of actors that were considered for Batman in this movie and Joker. And the studio wanted him to go with an action hero, right? You know what I mean? Someone who's notable action star. But obviously, I mean, Tim Burton just worked with Michael Keaton,
right?
On
last
Beetlejuice.
year.
Yeah. Like, so he, people seem to do it. Like, actors bring along, directors bring along their actors. But one of my biggest issues with this movie was that it wasn't Tim Burton enough,
right?
Right? Because I like Tim Burton.
Yeah.
And so I casted my own Batman 1989. For you.
Oh, you did your own cast. Wow.
Yeah.
Please,
obviously,
tell me there's no Johnny Depp in this cast. Please tell me.
Well, Batman can be played by an ice cube, so Johnny Depp is Batman.
Oh my God, that's the worst casting I've ever heard.
But
in my life,
he's pitted against Sacha Baron Cohen as the Joker.
What?
And Helena Bonham Carter as Harley Quinn.
What was Sacha Baron Cohen even doing in 1989?
It doesn't matter. And get this, the late Alan Rickman as Alfred. That's what I want.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be an 89 here, Greg.
Oh, you're breaking. Oh, so this is just any actor from any time period.
This is current. I'm including a dead Alan Rickman in this.
Oh, you just want him like Weekend at Bernie's style, Swiss Army Man style.
I mean, it's Alfred. He looks real old. You can pull it off.
Sure.
So those are all my Tim Burton castings, right? But if you must cast Robin in this movie that I'm making, it's my boy Tom Holland.
Sure.
I want a Johnny Depp Batman and a Tom Holland Robin.
That would be so bad.
Oh, it'd be terrible. I'm here for it.
But
though.
who are you casting as the pivotal character of Knox?
Who the hell is Knox?
He's the reporter who you follow for the first 30 minutes of this movie.
Obviously Christian Slater.
Oh, interesting. I was thinking, I just was baffled by that character. I was like, why is he in this movie? By the end of the movie, I was like, what? Why was he in this movie?
Oh yeah, they did follow him around at the beginning.
He was a big part of this movie at the start, and he's in a lot of scenes. They keep cutting back to him, and he's like Vicky's sounding board, but he's just nothing. And the actor who plays him is this weird mix of Dan Aykroyd and Steve Guttenberg. This very 1980s comedy star. Just kind of squirrely and I don't know.
Now that you mention him though, he was probably one of my favorite characters in this movie.
What?
After the Joker.
I don't know about
After
that.
after the Joker and Billy D. Williams thrown in there, as Harvey Dent.
Yeah, Billy D. Williams given nothing to do in this entire movie. I was like,
Of course not.
I was like, oh, he's playing Harvey Dent? Two-Face is going to be in this movie? Nope.
Right?
No, he's
Nope.
not. He just is like on the phone at one point. That's kind of it. That's the extent of what he gets to do.
And also someone who's in the movie a fair amount, but it's also nothing, is Kim Basinger. So,
Yeah, it's true.
and I think this kind of falls into the same trap that every '80s movies did with women, especially like Indiana Jones, where the woman is just this screaming at every turn. Like every woman in this movie screams. Like.
Yeah.
The goon's like, don't scream for your boy. And then she screams. And then this woman screams all the time. It's just.
Yeah, constantly. Just screaming all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. I mean,
Yeah.
Vicky, I guess, is like arguably the protagonist of this movie. because Batman is not. Like, Batman is more of like a mystery on the fringes of the movie. Like, you don't really learn that much about him or Bruce Wayne throughout the course of this movie.
You don't. You learn more about Jack Napier than anything.
Right. Like, you do see Bruce's parents get killed at one point.
But, I mean, that's also part of Jack Napier's story.
It's true.
And it's also, it's there for Vicky Vale to find out. And then, like, the whole point was she went and talked to Dan Aykroyd, what's his face?
Knox.
Knox.
Yeah.
And he looks it up and figures out that the Joker killed Batman's parents.
Right.
So, I mean, it's their story. Like you said, this is a Joker and Vicky Vale movie.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
It just hit me that we're pretty far into this recording, right? And I'm talking like I've never seen this movie before.
That's true.
Which is probably because I saw this when I was very young.
Right.
And I remember almost none of it besides some of the Joker stuff.
That makes
So
sense.
it was like seeing
Yeah.
it for the first time again.
I mean, this movie makes virtually no impression.
No impression. The thing is that the Batman after this does make an impression, more of an impression.
Really?
Yeah. And that is the one I remember more of. So it's kind of like how you mix your
This is like Indiana Jones
together.
yeah.
It is. And I remember more of the other Batmans with the second Michael Keaton movie and the Val Kilmer movie. Which
yeah.
I'd love to watch, but disclaimer, people
Despise
think those
that.
movies are terrible.
Yeah. The
but-
Joel Schumacher ones.
Yeah, they're more interesting, for sure. Interesting. I mean, I'd rather watch Arnold Schwarzenegger and freaking Danny DeVito and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. Although I will say,
Yeah.
this movie, I mean, I don't want to say that this movie took no risks at all, because in 1989, I'm sure this was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And apparently when this came out, I think the general impression of it was that it was kind of a dark, gritty take on Batman, or like, a somber take on comic books, which is really interesting watching it now. It's just
Because
like this
it's
is
all
hyper
DC.
stylized and the DC style. But I mean, I will say though, like, as someone who did really enjoy the Christopher Nolan Batman movies.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's actually a rare case, and I should probably mention it. I do like the Christopher Nolan Batmans of all DC movies. Of all of them, those are the ones I do like. Continue. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then we're on the same page. But yeah, I guess my general thought was just like, well, I've seen this version of Batman that's much more realistic and gritty and down to earth, and this version of Gotham that feels a lot more real. Watching this movie that has this sort of like identity crisis, if it's trying to be a cartoon or something more serious, was just like, well, you gotta pick a lane. Like, this movie felt so goofy compared to the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, but also not goofy enough to be just like a fun comic book romp, you know?
I feel like there's something going, I know nothing. But Tim Burton is wacky and dark at the same time. That's his thing. But this wasn't enough of either, because I feel like something was holding him back. Either he wasn't there yet, but he was, because of Beetlejuice. Was both of those things, kind of.
Sure.
And then, I don't know, something had to be there.
So this was his third feature film. He did Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice, and then this. And this was such a much, much larger budget movie. I think he was nervous. Even just reading a little bit about it, like, he has expressed that he was very nervous with such a big production. And you know, he only had two feature-length movies under his belt. He had done a lot of short films and stuff, but you know, like, in terms of like feature-length films, he had only done 2. I think that's the real thing here, is like, this was so early in his career, he hadn't fully honed his Tim Burtonism, you know. And like, Edward Scissorhands was the year after this, after Batman. So like, clearly he had that artistic vision. It just, for whatever reason, in this movie, it got compromised. I'm guessing because it was a huge studio.
Yeah, that's
movie.
what I'm feeling. I'm feeling something is getting in the way of his artistic vision in this movie, because it's not fully there. I don't know how you go between Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands and make this movie,
right?
Unless money is impacting your art. Like,
could you imagine screening for someone Beetlejuice followed by Edward Scissorhands and being like, "This is the same director"? They'd be like, "Yeah, obviously." And then you'd be like, "Guess what movie he did in between these two?" And then you showed them Batman. They would be like, "What? What happened?" So there was this one quote I read from Tim Burton that I thought was really interesting, because it was more or less exactly what I felt about this movie.
Oh, let's hear it.
It's what he said very shortly after completing the movie, right after it came out. He said, "I liked parts of it, but the whole movie is mainly boring to me. It's okay, but it was more of a cultural phenomenon than a great movie." I'm just like, yeah, I think that's absolutely dead on.
That's dead on.
There are moments that are fine, but mostly it's boring, and I think it's remembered more as a cultural phenomenon than being a great movie.
So many of these movies seem to be, at least in my opinion.
I think that's what we're finding for sure. Like, some of them stand the test of time. Like, A League of Their Own, you know, that movie
sure.
I will just hold up forever, I think, but...
Yeah, with some of these older movies, it's definitely nostalgia's playing a key role.
Yeah.
Like, look at me. I can't not rate Warriors of Virtue a fucking 10 because of nostalgia.
Yeah.
I'm never going to stop mentioning it.
Yeah, you love that movie.
Yeah. So, Batman, you loved it.
Loved it.
Was this your favorite Batman movie?
Not even close.
No, let's do this. Who is your favorite Batman?
Who is?
Who? And don't say Bruce Wayne.
I'll be honest with you. None of them really have clicked for me ever. But maybe Christian Bale, just because I like those movies.
Yeah, that's fair. I disagree.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's your boy?
I'll reveal it later in the episode.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
Sure. Why not?
I like to plan things out for you. Lay these little traps.
Yep.
There's been a few.
Oh, have there?
Yeah, I like to do things like the Riddler. I wish the Riddler was in this movie. I just want more Riddler.
I mean, you would love the Batman then.
Oh, he's in that.
Yeah, the Riddler is the main villain in that movie.
Wow. This is the one with
Robert
Edward?
Pattinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson's great in it too.
Yeah, people
Actually, I actually was waffling between Christian Bale and Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson's one of those actors who's was so like iconic for a movie that obviously he didn't want to be iconic for, and is now doing more artsy movies to make up for it. Kind of like Daniel Radcliffe Like as Harry
Yeah.
Potter wanting to go and do Swiss Army Man or something.
Well, I think the other thing with with that is it's also just like, well, once you have all this money from the franchise, you
Yeah.
can afford to do whatever you want.
right. Well,
But I also think Daniel Radcliffe was more on board with being Harry Potter than Robert Pattinson was for being Edward Cullen. I don't think Robert Pattinson wanted to be in the Twilight movies at all.
that's fair.
I think he hated them.
That's a shame because I enjoy them more than this Batman movie that we just watched.
You want to know something crazy, Mike?
What?
I was watching Twilight today before I watched Batman.
Were you? Were you really?
I really was.
That's crazy.
The first one, yeah. It's wild. The Twilight movies are insane. But I guess that's going back to what we were saying though. I would rather have someone take a huge swing and miss like the Twilight movies, which are
Wait, where does
not,
someone
not
miss?
good.
Where does someone miss in Twilight, Greg?
You know what? That's a great question. That baseball scene, they all just hit it out of the park every time.
That's my favorite scene.
It's a great scene.
It's so silly.
They have to play during a thunderstorm because the sound of them cracking the bat is too loud.
What's their bat made out of?
Yeah, that's a great question. It was a wooden bat. It was not steel.
How is
I
that
don't know
baseball still
how
alive?
Yeah. How are they not just like disintegrating this baseball every time they hit it? Who knows?
Yeah, how did we go from Batman to Twilight so easily?
Well, Twilight is a lot more interesting to talk about.
Yeah, it is. Man, I'm sorry. I realized it quickly that I should not have chosen this movie. I really shouldn't choose movies for this fucking podcast. After producers in this, I feel like
this and the
maybe
producers.
I'll just hold off on choosing movies. Oh,
we'll
God.
get to something good again eventually.
Yeah, you know what I watched today that I want to make you watch?
Oh boy, this is a Johnny Depp movie, isn't it?
It's not. It's a John Travolta movie.
Okay.
Can you guess it? John Travolta movie you haven't seen.
You're sure I haven't seen it?
Positive you haven't fucking seen it.
Oh.
In fact, it's opened. The movie opened. I turn to Amelia and I say, "Can you imagine how much Gregg would hate this?"
Oh God. It's got to be a musical then, right?
It is. It is.
I mean, the only musical I know that he was in was Grease. I've seen Grease.
Hairspray, my man. It's John Travolta in Woman Face, as they call it.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
You know,
Not-
as I was
not
watching
drag.
it, though, I was like, Greg definitely would hate all the music in this movie, but I think he would appreciate that it was a story about race, and it's actually has meaning. So there's that behind it. It's not another bro action movie. Are we
That's
talking
something.
about Batman or Hairspray right now?
Hairspray, obviously.
God, what is happening? So, Greg,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to watch this Batman movie.
Yeah. You're more sorry you had to watch this.
I am more sorry because I could care. I couldn't care less about you, but I
Right.
care a lot about my time
Same.
and my enjoyment. So I'm real upset I made myself watch this. In fact, I'll tell you what I rated this movie.
Love to hear it.
That's a drum roll sigh. It's it's a 2 out of 10, Greg.
Wow.
I did not enjoy watching this movie at
pretty
all.
low.
And it got a 2 because
Yeah.
of Jack Nicholson and Prince.
Wow.
And that's it. Those are point 1, Jack Nicholson, point 2, Prince. All the rest of the points are everything else we talked about on the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, this movie, I mean, I agree with those 2 positives you gave it. I guess my third point would go to the miniatures and some of the set design. I thought there was some fun, just like actual like physical constructions of Gotham. It was an interesting take on the city of Gotham, I thought. Like those wide shots where you see the miniature towers in the background and stuff. I liked those. So I would give this movie a 3 out of 10.
Wow, this did well. This did really well.
Yeah, this was our best movie yet.
Wow. You want to do try by trivia?
I would love to. I barely looked up trivia for this movie.
Oh, that's good because I avoided trivia that you might find out. However, you did mention one of them, so we're gonna skip that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, because you knew my question, and the first question, which I'm going to replace at the end, was what was Tim Burton's first full-length feature film? And as we both know, it's Pee-wee's Big Adventure in 1985, after several short films and a TV movie. So here goes. Trial by trivia, Greg.
Can't wait. I love it.
Hit you with it. Okay, we're going to do one of your favorite type of questions, and that's a box office question.
Oh.
Right? Question number 1. Where did this movie place on the top grossing films of 1989 on the domestic box office?
Domestic or worldwide?
Domestic. I wrote it down this time for you because I knew you would fucking ask me.
Yeah, domestic, this was number 1. Worldwide, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was number 1.
Oh, you got it. Which is crazy. Domestic, it made 54 million more. That's crazy. That's a lot of money.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But this is a very American movie for sure.
Oh,
Indiana Jones
absolutely.
is a worldwide movie, which is what I really love about it.
And it was the best Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
It was by far better than this movie.
Agreed.
My next question, I wrote down, I know you spend a lot of time on IMDb, so this one should be fun. And then I was going to do a question about Rotten Tomatoes. However, I didn't put a question there. So question number 2.
Great.
Name 3 other movies that Michael Keaton starred in that start with the letter B.
Birdman is one of them. What the fuck else has Michael Keaton
my God.
been in?
Seriously?
Batman Returns.
Yeah.
So I just need one more.
You want a phone and a hint?
Yeah, let's phone in a hint.
Do this. Instead of using your phone this time. No. Instead of using your phone this time, go listen to your recording because you just talked about the goddamn movie like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, so I should hit pause on this recording.
Hit pause. Listen to it.
All right. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Or just remember from 5 minutes ago, Greg. Jeez.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Here's a hint. It was the movie before.
It's not a word that I would say 3 times for sure.
Oh, it is? Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
Bloody Mary?
Not say that. I would not say that word 3 times. Beetlejuice.
I was gonna say it once. Beetlejuice.
Mike, what are you doing, you idiot? Dude, go check on your kids right now.
Oh, man. I'd love if Beetlejuice showed up. Very good. You're doing real well.
Yeah, I'm
arguably
doing great.
You didn't quite get the IMDb Rotten Tomatoes question, but
I know. Outside of that one, though, I'm
outside
doing
of that
well.
one. Here's one for you, and this might be a little harder. Imagine if I made you name all these too. Question number 3. How many films has Tim Burton made with Johnny Depp?
Who the fuck cares?
I just wanted to piss you off with this question.
I don't know, like 5 or 6 probably.
Oh, that's Let's 2 go. Numbers. I'm gonna let you choose 2 numbers.
Can I phone a hint?
Yeah, phone a hint.
Okay. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep. Bring, bring.
Hello.
Hey, it's Greg.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, just checking in. You doing okay? I'm just a little worried about you.
No, dude, I've been binging Tim Burton movies, and I just watched Batman, and God, was it so boring.
So you're in a really dark place then, I see. Yeah.
Not too dark, surprisingly.
Things must be really bad if you're binging Tim Burton.
You know what, though? I did just watch several movies of his, and I found out there's a pattern. He's got a lot of Johnny Depp in those movies.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Yeah, why were you calling?
So I was just trying to like figure out how many of those movies that Tim Burton did that have Johnny Depp in them. Wow. I feel like it's 5 or 6.
Well, what ones do you know?
What ones do I know? So there's Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Say that again.
Charlie Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Sweeney Todd, Demon of Barber Street.
Man, you're skipping every other one. What did you call him? Sweeney Todd, what?
The Demon of Barber Street?
Okay.
Something like that, right?
Wow.
It's pretty close to that, right? Or the Barber of Demon Street? I don't know.
the Street of Barber Fleet Demon.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I truly, those are really the only ones I can think of.
Oh, man. Well, here's yeah, I'm not going to give you the answer because I can't give you a hint on a number question, Greg.
Okay. I mean, I don't know why your tone just changed like that.
Look, you're trying to get stuff out of me that it's just unrealistic.
I was just calling my friend Mr. Hunt for a clue, for a hint.
Oh, man.
I asked how you were doing first before I even got into the hint.
That's fair. I mean, here's
I don't know why you're snapping at me like this.
Here's what I'll tell you, Greg. We actually talked about 1, 2, 3, 4 other movies with Johnny Depp directed by Tim Burton on our podcast before, including 2 of them in this episode so far.
Yeah, he's probably got like a cameo in the Alice in Wonderland movie, I'm sure.
Cameo? He's the Mad Hatter.
What? Ugh, God,
What? You
that's
kidding
disgusting. Me? I haven't seen that movie, Mike. It looked horrible.
Wait, is he the Mad Hatter? He's definitely in it.
Probably. He's got like orange hair and a big top hat.
I keep thinking the Mad Hatter's Elijah Wood when I see the picture of it. But I think it is Johnny Depp, but he looks like a weird Elijah Wood from Sin City.
Not Elijah Wood.
Anyway, yes, Alice in Wonderland is one of those movies. I also mentioned one in the Batmobile scene.
In the Batmobile scene.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
All right, I'm gonna chalk this up to a no unless you give me an answer now. It's 8. And the other movies you missed.
What was that?
You got it wrong. You said 5 or 6. That's neither of those answers are correct.
Wow, you didn't even give me an opportunity to submit a final answer.
Look, I'm just getting mad.
Look, after the hint, you revealed to me that there were at least 7, so my number was going to change.
To what?
To 7.
It's 8. I'll give you your 7, Greg. So you had a chance. But
I
it's
was
8.
1 away.
Because we did not talk about Corpse Bride.
All right.
So there's that. The other movies we did talk about were Ed Wood and in Dark Shadows, which we mentioned. Ed Wood, last time we talked about Tim Burton, and we talked about Dark Shadows when we talked about Interview with the Vampire. Probably got cut, though.
All right. Well, thanks for absolutely fucking nothing, Mike Hunt. I'm hanging up this call and never calling you again. Goodbye.
Hello? Hello? Greg? Hello?
All right, Mike, what's the next trial by trivia question?
Next trial by... what's it called?
And please don't ever talk to me about Mike Hunt again.
Yes, the question number 4, Quattro, is starting with Adam West and then continuing in no particular order. Name every actor who played Batman in a major motion picture film.
Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale.
Wait, are you reading them in order right now?
No,
you are doing them in order.
I know.
Okay.
I know I'm doing them in order.
All right, keep going.
Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson.
Wow, you did great.
I was thinking about it today. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, Greg.
Wait. Was I supposed to be including animated Batmans?
I said
Kevin Conroy.
I said in major motion pictures. So movies that have been on the big screen. Big movies, not like TV movies.
Okay, Will Arnett.
My favorite Batman, which I did not think you were going to say.
Yeah, I think I got them all. Kevin Conroy has also been doing the voice of Batman in the animated series and the video games for a long time.
That doesn't count, though. That's not part of the question.
Okay, fine.
So next time if it doesn't fit the question that I give you, just don't say that at all. Because you're ruining Trial by Trivia right now. You're killing the vibe right now.
All right, fine. I won't say shit.
So You did say Will Arnett though, so I'm pretty cool about that. I'm blown away that you got all the questions
All
right
of
except
them.
for one.
Well,
'Cause
you
your
robbed me of the well, I guess you didn't. And Mike Hunt
not only that,
robbed me of the
I
opportunity.
gave you 3 opportunities. You said 5, 6, and 7.
Uh,
I graded 5 and 6, and then you turned in 7, and I still gave you an F. You turned in different papers for this.
yeah, I mean, in fairness, your question was about Johnny Depp, which has nothing to do with Batman.
Wrong. We watched Batman 1989, and you watched it for the first time in 2022, the same year that the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial was. Also, Johnny Depp is notoriously kept in Tim Burton's closet, and Tim Burton directed this movie.
Interesting. I didn't realize that they had the same arrangement you and I do.
Yeah. Who's in whose closet? Are we both in each other's closet?
Yeah, we're in each other's closets.
We're just like making spooky noises, scaring Amelia and Jeremy.
Yeah. Amelia just opens the closet doors, and I'm just
You're
like
sitting there with...
I'm like E.T. in the pile of stuffed animals.
Oh, I pictured you with like a tray of cookies or something.
Oh no, I'm staying perfectly still, so she thinks I'm just like a doll.
I would love that. You're just in Q's closet with stuffed animals all around you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. Let's move on. Question number 5. Because you already answered my first question in the podcast, I took it away. And instead I've added in a very unfair question to bring your numbers down. How do you feel about that?
I love it. Let's do it.
Oh, that's good. Before we started this episode, you asked what I was drinking. So now the question is, because I saved this just in case you brought up trivia.
Yeah, you intentionally avoided telling me what you were drinking.
Because I needed this in case this happened.
I made a guess and you didn't tell me.
You will get it right. Not only will you get it right, you will win yourself $5 American dollars. The American dollar is worth quite a bit. If you can tell me what is in this cup, you can see it. You can see it's red.
For the listener, it's red. It's pretty much translucent.
I'll let you look through it.
It's not thick. It's not dark. It's not a dark red like wine. It's a more see-through red like a cranberry juice.
Do you want me to taste it for you?
Yeah. Please take a sip. So Mike took a small sip. He's letting it coat his palate. So here's the other clue I have is that you haven't had much of it throughout this 45-ish minutes we've been recording. I can see the glass is still mostly full, so that implies to me there's alcohol in it.
Oh boy, I can't drink a lot of alcohol, Greg.
No, because I just think that if it were pure juice, you would have taken bigger sips and had more of it by now.
Does it seem like I've been drinking?
No, but you also haven't had that much of it.
All right, so point. What is in the glass for your $5 and probably great success in this trivia game?
So here's the one other piece of information that I think the listener needs to know. Mike loves a vodka cranberry.
Oh, yes, I do.
Just vodka and cranberry juice in a glass.
Yep.
I mean, that's all you need. So there's, my gut tells me.
But why wouldn't I have ice in this, Greg? If this is a vodka cranberry, why didn't I put ice in it?
Because we're recording and you know that the sound of the ice clinking against the glass would be disruptive.
Mr. fucking detective over here.
Yeah. So my guess is that it is very similar to a vodka cranberry, but with something swapped out so that I would get it wrong.
You think I poured my drink to fool you?
No, I don't think you did it to fool me. But here's my guess, is that it is vodka with cranberry juice, but the juice of another fruit as well. It is a vodka cran apple.
Wow. That is very good. I cannot believe that you guessed that because it's wrong. It's very wrong.
Yeah. What is it?
Very wrong. You should have known, and this is a big hint, that I would not have alcohol in my house because I don't buy it unless it's on a rare occasion. So I would not have vodka cranberry in my house.
Well, you did tell me that you tried to get vodka recently and your wife would not buy it for you.
Right. So you think maybe I got it since then? You think I left the house?
I
went grocery shopping today.
I did think you went to the store and bought it yourself when she refused.
Yeah. I did not. I do not have alcohol in this house.
So it's just cran apple then.
Not at all. It's actually vitamin water XXX. No, it has sugar. It's not the zero sugar.
I am shocked that vitamin water still exists. I thought they stopped making that in 2009.
But I've been refilling this throughout the episode quietly.
Oh, that's what it is. That's why it's still so full. That's what threw me off. Like, I was assuming it wouldn't be alcoholic, but there was so much of it left that I was like, why would he be sipping it like this if there were no alcohol in it? But yeah, you've been refilling it off screen. That's what it is.
Just did it right now. See that? Silently. That was your favorite question, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a good question.
Batman's so boring that you had to guess that I'm drinking XXX vitamin water.
Yeah. If Mike Hunt hadn't, irrevocably destroyed our friendship, I might have called in a hint for that one.
Wow.
But Mike Hunt really fucked things up. So, not friends with him anymore. Never calling in another fucking hint to that piece of shit.
That's fair.
Ever again.
You think I'm offended? I'm not even that guy. That's a caricature.
I know. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm complaining to you about somebody else.
Well, I'll get a new character for you when we do the next phone in.
Fucking better be. I'm done with Mike Hunt.
I'm glad.
I'm done.
What are some other good joke names for when you prank call someone? Because there's no way I can think of one myself, and there's no way I can figure out how to Google that.
Yeah, here's what you do.
Yeah.
Google Bart Simpson fake names. And you'll get a ton of them, I promise. Amanda Hug and Kiss. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Fart Pimpson.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this is not the right list?
No.
Oh. That's my bad.
On the Simpsons, Bart always calling to Moe's.
Yeah,
prank call.
I know. Seymour Butts.
There you go. There's a name for you right there.
Speaking of Seymour Butts, let's tell them what movie they're going to
the camera.
No. Let's tell them what movie they're going to see next time, where they're going to see more butts. It's a movie.
Butts?
It's a movie with a lot of butts.
Is it?
I'll be honest. I completely forgot what movie you picked.
I didn't pick it. We picked it together.
Oh,
it's a movie we both haven't seen.
There's a lot of butts in it.
I don't believe that there are many butts in it, but it's very possible there's at least one.
Fair enough. There's only one person in that movie? Everyone's got a butt, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true. The butt might be concealed by clothing, but the butt, I guess, will be in it. Right?
I say everyone's got a butt, but I have no ass.
You don't?
It's barely there.
I never noticed.
Yeah, right. That's the biggest lie I've heard on this podcast.
Don't flatter yourself.
That's the biggest lie.
I truly never looked, my man.
Wow. You know how many chairs of yours I've sat on?
What? What are you? That just sounds dirty.
It's not at all. It's quite literal.
Sit on my chair.
Yeah.
with your butt.
We're doing the movie.
So the next what we're gonna
was it? Want to do it in unison?
Yeah. The next movie we're doing is the Friday the 13th. It's Friday the 13th.
A sequel to the last Friday movie we did, right?
Yeah, it's the 13th film in the Friday franchise.
Yep.
Ice Cube and Chris Tucker reprised their roles.
Doesn't Chris Tucker bow out pretty early in those movies?
Yeah, I think he only did one.
Oh man!
But he came back for the 13th. I heard.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
I haven't seen it, but I heard.
Wow. I imagine it's like Luke coming back to be a Jedi.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Chris Tucker kind of just vanishes into the Force at the end of Friday the 13th.
Right. Yeah, he just dissolves away into the Friday.
Wow. I'm excited to watch that movie, not because I'm excited to see the movie at all, because I'm not, but because I like doing this podcast, Greg.
I do too, and I actually truly am looking forward to watching the movie because, as I've talked about before, I love horror movies.
Whoa, watch your mouth. This is a family-friendly podcast.
I love horror movies.
Oh, in that case, yes, me too.
Yeah. So let me enunciate: horror.
Horror.
As Danny
movies.
DeVito would say, horror movies.
Oh man.
No, the horror. I like horror.
Horror movies.
I love horror movies, but I never saw any of the Friday the 13th movies. So I think this will be very interesting for me as a horror buff, sort of filling in gaps. But then also I think it'll be interesting to talk to you about it because you don't like horror movies, and I don't think you're going to like this one.
That sounds accurate.
So I don't know. I think it'll be an interesting conversation.
You know, I do too. Should I bring us out on a quote?
I think you should.
I usually bring us out on a quote, so I might this time.
Yeah.
This one's for you, audience, not you, Greg. I know that might have been
not
confusing.
me.
This is for our audience.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about this podcast.
Oh, boy.
We're Culture Gaps.
Culture Gaps.